Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gretchen Jensen, and what is this channel? Well, it's got a little bit of makeup because I work with a makeup company, and it's got a little bit of fashion because I'm a girl and that's what girls do, right? And then I also have a mindset coaching business where I share with you how to find your truest self and your sense of happiness here in this life. So today I want to talk about your vortex, your special holding place of all the dreams and the desires and the blessings that you've ever wanted. So I want you to just kind of visualize this with me. If there was a place, let's say in heaven, let's say, somewhere else, right? And if you could visualize the most beautiful meadow, it's gorgeous, the temperature is perfect. There are wildflowers that are just so vibrant everywhere. There's little bunnies hopping around. Maybe there's some birds in the air. There's just a little bit of breeze, and it's just the most peaceful, wonderful place, the most beautiful place you've ever seen. And you're walking up this hill, and all of a sudden you see at the top of this hill this huge building with this gorgeous door. It's 24 karat gold, and the handle on it is so ornate, and it has beautiful stained glass in it, and it's just this gorgeous, gorgeous door. So you get this feeling, you keep going closer and closer to this door, and you're curious, what's in there? What's in there? So you get to the top, you open up this door, and as you open it, just beams of light, like sunshine just starts flooding out. And you see in there the most beautiful of everything you can imagine, whether it's a home, whether it's a car, whether it's a career or relationships or pets or clothes or a perfect healthy body, whatever it is, like it is all right there. It's like this ginormous warehouse of so much abundance. So that's what happens to us when we have a thought or an idea. Let's say you're driving down the road and somebody cuts you off. Immediately in your head, without even consciously trying to do it, you think to yourself, I wish there was a nicer driver, or I wish that didn't have to happen. I wish that didn't happen, right? So immediately, the good of what you want, which would be a nice driver in a pleasant situation, is in that house, is in that space. If you have a sickness in your body, you want to be healthy, it's in that space. If you have lack of money, you want more money, it's in that space. If you're feeling lonely and you wish you had a relationship, it's in that space. Everything that you want, whether you recognize that you're asking for it or not, has already been created. Ask and you shall receive. Guess where it is? It's holding there. It's waiting for you. So as I've referred to many a times with the emoji of the praying hands, this is God and this is us. When we line up to it and we create the praying hands, then we're in alignment. When we're in alignment, guess what happens, folks? The door opens and it all starts coming to us. So the trick is, how do I get the dang door to open? You do it by feeling good. You do it by being in appreciation. You do it by being happy. When you're happy, you're not thinking about the thing that's bugging you. When you're in a state of appreciation or gratitude, you're not thinking about the lack of what you don't have. When you're in a state of loving and enjoying somebody, you're not thinking about the bills that you have to pay and how hard that is. You start feeling your way into a space that's happy. And it can be on any subject. Literally, you can go outside and you can just appreciate maybe a plant that's growing in your garden. And in that moment that you're appreciating or you're recognizing that beauty, you've opened the door. You've opened that door of abundance to come to you. Again, it's already been created. It's already waiting for you. You're not taking it for somebody else. It's not coming from that person's line of good health and now you're robbing them and it's coming to you. It is yours. It is what you have created. There is an abundance of everything that you want for you. it's not coming from somebody else. You're not in some holding place where you only get a certain portion of monetary gain. You only get a certain portion of good health. You only get a certain portion of favor and goodness. It doesn't work that way. It's all yours that you created. You created it. It's just a matter of lining up with it and allowing it to come. So when we want something to come, we can't doubt it at the same time. Those energies don't match up. It's like a stick with two ends, doubt and desire. You can focus on one, but you can't focus on both. So which one do you want to choose? Do you want to choose the desire and that you want it into your life? Then you have to release and let it go. If we are constantly like, oh my gosh, when's it going to be here? I've been trying to manifest, or I've been praying for this for so long and it's not here. When's it ever going to come? I don't know if it's ever going to come. Why is it taking so long? Which end of the stick are we focused on, the problem or the solution? We're focused on the problem in that situation. So how do you stay focused on the solution? You find other things to think about. You let it go. You basically are saying to God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, okay, I've created it. I want it. It's been my desire. It's waiting for me. I'm just going to get into a place where I feel good. When I feel good, I know that that door is opening up and things are starting to show up, right? So I've used this analogy before too. I'm sorry, I feel like I have one hair that's bugging me. I live in a space where there's a lot of rivers around here, and it's often common that people want to float the river. It's fun, right? So usually you park your car at the end of the river, wherever you want to get off, and then you take a bus or you take another ride up to the top, you jump in your tube, and you just enjoy yourself floating down the river, because what you want is down there. Your ultimate destination is at the bottom of the river, wherever your car is, right? But if you got onto that float and you decided, you know what, I think I'm just going to paddle upstream. I'm just going to see, how's this going to work? How's this going to feel? What's up there? Wonder how hard it is for me to go upstream when the current is trying to take me downstream. So that's kind of how we are with resistance. When we are in a resistant phase, meaning we are doubting, we're in negative feelings, when we have anger or anxiety, or we feel at a loss, we're literally trying to paddle upstream. If we just get in the tube and we let the flow take us to where we want to go and what we want to have, that is no resistance. We are not resisting the current. We are not resisting the flow. We are going with it. We're going with it. And that's how we get and claim what we want, that's in behind this door that we've already created, that's there waiting for us. It's there waiting for us. Ask and you shall receive. Just get into the receiving mode. So today, find yourself in a place where you can literally be in your mind, or you can write it down. You start thinking and feeling things of gratitude. Not because you want the result of getting the stuff out of your vortex or your escrow or whatever you want to call it that's in heaven behind those doors. Not because that's your motive, but because you know that it makes you feel good. You like how it feels. It feels good to be in appreciation. It feels good to love somebody. It feels good to be complimentary to someone else. It feels good to notice the good around you. It feels good to be helpful to others. It feels good to pet your dog or love on your cat. It feels good. You find ways that make you feel good. Not because you're trying to get the result, but because it feels good. When you get into that habit, what happens is you start finding new ways of even feeling better, or that makes you feel good, and you start recognizing, I like how this feels. You will be drawn more to it. And you'll also notice that when you're not in a space that feels good, you recognize it. Whether you're watching the news, or you're watching a movie, or you're in conversation with somebody that's very negative, you will start to recognize, wait, I don't like how this feels. That's because you have that stick. One end feels good and the other end doesn't. Which one do you want to choose? If you want to continue to stay into that gossip mode with that friend that's complaining about everything, you're choosing that side of the stick. But the abundant side, the path of least resistance side, is nowhere around. So you have to make the choice. How important is it to feel good right now? How important is it for me to be in a position to feel good? And if it is that important, then I have to make adjustments so that I can allow that feeling good place or space to be with me. And that all determines from your thoughts and your environment. What is your environment? Have you created peace or do you have chaos? Have you created positivity or are you in a space that's complaining? What is your environment? All of these things you can change. Even if you're in a space, we talk about this sometimes, even people that are in prison, they can't change their physical environment, but they can never have to stay there in their mind. Your imagination is your best friend. Einstein talked about that all the time. The imagination is the gateway to getting everything you want. Daydreaming is manifesting. Daydreaming is praying. Daydreaming is desiring something that you want, creating it in your mind, and it goes right into that space behind that beautiful door, just waiting for you. Ask and you shall be given. Line up with it. Line up with it. Here's God. Here's you. Line up with it. Get into alignment and watch how things start coming. Watch how the surprises and delights of your day just start flooding into you. Expect it. Expect it to come to you. Expect your day to be perfect. Expect your day to have many opportunities to feel good. Expect your day to have little glimpses of things that you recognize, man, I'm really thankful for that. I'm really grateful for that. Expect it. Start your day out saying, this is what's going to happen. I am happy. I am prosperous. I am abundant. I am whole and healthy. I am happy. I am loved. I am loving. Create your I am statements based on what you want. You are declaring to the universe, this is what I want. And guess what? It goes right into that big old space waiting for you. And then as you find your day, you're in a space where you're like, man, that's a really beautiful child, or that's a beautiful tree, or look at the clouds. They're so amazing. You start opening that door and things start coming to you. This is law of attraction. This is how it works. Like attracts like. You stay in a space of being happy and you be grateful and you have appreciation. You get more things to be appreciative of. It just works that way. You stay in a space of loving, you get more love. You stay in a space of recognizing your abundance, you get more to be thankful for with your abundance. I appreciate you guys being here. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one in mindset coaching, you can get a hold of me here. Just leave a message. And if not, I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.